Contrarians, welcome back to the Encrypted Capital Recap for Thursday, August 26th. First off, we got Bitcoin tapping the 618 to a T and is now slightly retracing. A lot of the other altcoins have sold off. So, as you know, our position is always to buy the dips, especially in a bull market. So we will definitely be adding to our positions. If you guys want to know what our positions are, sign up for the newsletter. Next up, we got the SEC official calls crypto scams the flavor of the year. They say scams involving celebrity endorsements of digital assets are becoming more common. No shit, you got Elon Musk, Mark Cuban, Paris fucking Hilton of all people talking about NFTs on talk shows. I mean, what is the world coming to? What is the world coming to? All these celebrities should not be listening to. It says a U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission official called crypto scams the flavor of the year at a virtual event on Consumer Fraud Wednesday, according to a report for MarketWatch. Peter Diskin, who is an assistant regional director at the SEC's Atlanta office, said that fraudsters leverage popular sectors such as crypto to get the attention of victims. This is no different than those Nigerian princes trying to scam your grandma. So there's fraud all over the place, and let's not forget that fiat has the most fraud possible taking place. I mean, you have all these banks laundering money to each other, and you guys know the story. If you guys are on this channel, you have the contrarian mindset. You do not follow popular opinion. You oppose and reject. So you guys know the story already. We'll get into Constellation Network to provide U.S. Air Force with blockchain security for data sharing. Says the firm has secured a contract to provide security for data sharing between the U.S. Air Force and its commercial partners. And if you guys signed up for the newsletter, we talked about this literally 1 month ago, July 28th, talking about a new sleeper project. Guess what it was? Dag Constellation. Talked about it. A distributed network that enables fast, scalable solutions for organizations who need to process and transfer data securely and build interoperability for connected sensors and devices. The most important takeaway from here, aside from the Constellation core team, which you guys should definitely go check out, look at all their LinkedIns. But if you guys got the newsletter, number one, you knew that I was trading at 17 cents. And now we're sitting at 42. So you had that nice 162% increase. And while we didn't get it at the bottom, I'll take almost 200% any day of the week. So sign up for the newsletter. Literally have a free version and a paid version. Paid version gives you all these gems. So back to DAG. The main takeaway from this was their partnerships. Absolutely epic. We got all sorts of partnerships here. The product partners, you guys are all familiar with KuCoin, but the business partners in particular. We saw U.S. Air Force, Amazon Web Services. Absolutely epic, which caused the 160% rise as a lot of the influencers started making their rounds about this project. So like I said, you guys want to grasp 200% in literally a month, sign up for the newsletter. It's that simple. Link in the description below. Now, moving on from the shameless plug, we got Microsoft. They won a U.S. patent for ledger independent token service. So what the hell does that mean? Microsoft's new device is designed to allow developers to write code for managing tokens in a manner that is blockchain agnostic. Microsoft's been getting a bunch of patents over the last couple years, and it says according to the patent's authors, the described system makes development more efficient for emerging business use cases that involve crossing ledger boundaries. Who the hell knows what's going to come out of that? I still have no idea exactly what they're supposed to be doing. Life cycle of tokens across multiple blockchains. Cool. But what was important to me, Microsoft has been actively involved in blockchain-related development in recent years, filing a wide number of patent applications, like we just said, related to the crypto industry. And last year, the tech giant filed a patent for a cryptocurrency system enabling individuals to mine crypto using their body activity data in an effort to remove the need for specialized mining devices. So Bill Gates and his cohorts over at Microsoft, and I know he's not technically with them anymore, but he's still there in my opinion. They're looking to use your body to mine crypto, and that to me is absolutely insane. Microsoft patent describes tracking brain activity to mine cryptocurrency. The patent suggests using body heat fluids, or brainwaves to validate blockchain transactions and award users with digital currency such as Bitcoin. This stuff is crazy to me. It seems like we're in the end times here. When I see stuff like this, I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? A new patent application by Microsoft details a way to use bodily functions, and the application entitled Cryptocurrency System Using Body Activity Data explains how a brainwave or body heat emitted from the user when the user performs a task provided by an information service provider, so an ISP, such as viewing an advertisement or using certain internet services, can be used in the mining process. So just like I do not trust Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Mark Cuban, I also do not trust these companies like Microsoft. Okay? I do not trust them one bit. And this is not a political channel, and my partners are probably gonna get pissed at me for bringing this stuff up, but like the world is literally changing right in front of our eyes right now. And if no one talks about this shit, we're literally gonna be going to like a totalitarian regime. And we've seen it happen already. And when I see shit like this, that Microsoft is also producing, invisible ink could reveal whether kids have been vaccinated or not. It's fucking mind blowing to me that they would even consider doing this, implanting this shit in kids. So you guys can go ahead and read this article. I'm not going to get too much into it because, like I said, we're not a political channel, but this shit is next level. And if you guys let this shit happen and do not become the resistance and do not have a contrarian mindset and do not oppose and reject the type of shit these companies are trying to do, we are in for a very, very rude awakening, and we are going down the toilet into a dystopian nightmare, in my opinion. So these fucking companies that are doing this shit, and let's not forget, IBM was one of the companies that did this shit during the Holocaust. You guys need to wake up, because guess what? IBM's got the digital health pass right now, and they're trying to limit you from traveling. And if you guys put up with this shit, we are all going to be screwed. Cruise ships, airlines, hotels, and travel authorities could implement digital health pass to verify health credentials for travelers prior to a visit. So if you are limiting unhealthy people to move and you're quarantining them, that's called quarantine. If you are limiting healthy people moving from place to place, that is totalitarianism. And I hate to get into this stuff, but this shit needs to be said because we are on the precipice of a turning point in our society that we have never seen before if the people do not stand up and become the resistance. And this shit's probably going to get banned or shadow banned or something from YouTube. I don't even care. Shit needs to get out there. It's very, very important. So, next up, we'll get back into cryptocurrencies and enough with the vaccines and shit. Anchorage hires former Wells Fargo digital assets executive for banking and capital markets. Chapman will connect banks to Anchorage trading custody and leading products. So we talked about this before, Wells Fargo getting in the game. As we know, Wells Fargo has been in the news quite a bit regarding cryptocurrencies. Wells Fargo files for a Bitcoin fund, finally, like how many days ago? 6. Wells Fargo now offers Bitcoin and crypto exposure to wealthy clients 3 weeks ago, et cetera, et cetera. JP Morgan getting in on the game, even though they said they were firing traders for trading it like 2 years ago. In the background, they were building JP Morgan coin. Again, companies that cannot be trusted. Corporate agenda in place. Good to ride their coattails, but you guys got to be aware of what they're trying to put out here. As we know, Wells Fargo, R3, core to blockchain, founded in 2015 by 9 banks. We've talked about this like 4 million times on this channel. If you're new here, you guys need to know this. When you see all these articles coming out about these companies, go back and see what their view is. Because we already saw that UBS hit the CEO over there. What was his name? I'm trying to like Ralph something. This guy had no clue, or he played it off like he had no clue that his company literally funded the core to blockchain, and yet they were saying they were against cryptocurrencies. So smoke and mirrors all around here. Like I said, Wells Fargo in the game. We also got the ISO 20022 is how you properly say it. It's going to be widely used in financial services. This is basically the ISO code was written by Swift, and they are using Ripple, Algo, and they've changed this actually. Now that I'm looking at it, they actually changed the coins that they mentioned in here. I do see Ripple in here, Swift and Visa, but they did take out Algo and I think a couple others, because if I go back and look at another video where I had this pulled up, this is not what it was maybe about a month ago. So very interesting. But we know that the ISO coins are the ones that are chosen by the 9 banks on the R3 Corda blockchain. And I also wanted to mention as well the timeline for adoption here is looking like November of next year. From November of 2022, you have the option to send payments and reporting messages via MT over FIN. So just the two other protocols they have. But eventually it'll get wiped out completely. And I also wanted to state here on the website the Swift platform for evolution, transforming transactions together with the global financial community. You go down here and you see exactly what they're doing here. June 24th, global banks preparing to leverage Swift's new platform for international payment flows. That means they are using the ISO tokens, which are directly tied to the Corda blockchain. So it is coming, it is here. Those are the assets you need to be in, not dog shit coin or any other shit that Mark Cuban and Elon Musk are pumping out of their stupid faces. Okay. And then I also wanted to bring up here too, this is directly from Swift. You guys can download this. This is the Swift ISO for Dummies 2020 PDF. You guys can download this off the website. The ISO code has been written since the year 2000. That's when it was drafted. Swift drafted the original ISO specs as part of the ISO working group that developed the standard. So literally 21 years ago, they started writing the code for the ISO, basically the ISO 20022 standard. So this has been in the works for over 2 decades, and now they're finally ready to release their plan. Everything's going to be tied together with cryptocurrencies. They will most likely be tracking and tracing everything on the blockchain and drilling things into your skin. So with that being said, I think that will do it for this edition of the Encrypted Capital Recap. If you guys like what you heard, please drop us a like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, we greatly appreciate you guys signing up for the newsletter. It really helps support the channel. Like I said, free version and paid version. So catch you guys all in the next video.